This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. The chart, the Excel file, what you are seeing today, these are the prices, the entry prices for today's trades, that is the intraday trades. So I've just entered all the trades at around 9 o'clock. And you can just see that whenever a buy call gets triggered, and if it is in profits, you'll get that in green. The background, the cell background goes into green. So Nifty, you can see that it's a buy call at 10,535, and it has got triggered, and then now it is at 10,566. So that is in profits. So similarly, you have Bank Nifty, that's in profits. Adani Ports is in profits. It gave around 4 rupees. So as soon as you enter into a particular trade, you'll have to just tell me what is the trade that you have entered. Then I'll be able to give you the stop loss and the targets. Like in the case of Adani Ports, you can see that I'll just drag the chart for you. So you can just see the Adani Port chart. So our entry was around 324. It was somewhere here, and it has already made 330. Uh, so you can keep trailing your stop losses, and your targets will be, your first target will be your 334. And in case if you feel that the script, the trade is going down, then you can exit the trade also. Now, you have already made around 6 rupees in Adani Ports. And similarly, I'll just show you Nifty. So this is a chart of the Nifty. So your entry price is around 10,535. So this is your entry. And now it is at 10,575. That's around 40 rupees profit, 40 points profit. And your target will be your R1. So always book your profit slightly below your R1, that is 10,620. The right side you are seeing the prices, and at the bottom you are seeing the time. Okay, I'm sorry. Yep, I was just helping another client. So now, whenever we get buy calls, we get this all green, and you can just see Bharti Airtel here. Just a second. Let me just get my the Excel file. So here you can see that Bharti Airtel is an. I have given a buy call at 594. Sorry, 294.30. And it has come down, so it's under loss. That is 292.80. So roughly around 2 rupees odd, we have a loss here. So what I'm doing here is, in case if you have entered into this particular trade, you can get an stop loss. You can get an stop loss for this particular trade. But my long-term trend in Bharti Airtel is still showing green. So I will either, I mean, in case if you can afford that stop loss, you can exit the trade, or else you can continue the trade. Now, let me just take a sell call. Now here, what you are seeing, just a second. So I don't have any sell calls as of now. So Reliance is under a slight loss of 2 rupees. Sun Pharma is also under a loss. So you can get a stop loss for that. So as you enter into a trade, you can just let me know so that I can give you the stop loss and the targets. Now I have some fresh calls like L&T. I have a buy call. L&T, I have put a sell call here. My initial trend was a sell call here, but I I have gotten fresh call that's got generated, which is a sell call. Sorry, it's a buy call. The buy call is at 232. Sorry, 1233. So that is my entry. So what I'll do is I will type here by 1233. So as soon as it triggers 1233, it will go into green, and then you can enter into a particular trade. Likewise, I have a call in HCL Tech. HCL Tech, uh, so I have some more fresh calls. So let me check the calls one by one. So HCL Tech, I had actually had a buy from yesterday. I thought it will continue, but it did not trigger. So I have a fresh sell call here, and my entry is around 992. So what I'll do is I'll type here sell 992. So as soon as it reaches 992, the call will get triggered, and then you can short HCL Tech. It's at 996. That is the LTP now. And likewise, I have a call in Vedanta. Vedanta, I actually delayed this call, but the call got generated at 213.70. So I will type Vedanta here by. So the metal index is almost nearly up by 1%, that is 0.8%. So what I'll do is 21370 is my entry. So you can see that it's in profit, and I have a call in S Bank. In S Bank, I have an buy call. So my safe level for entering into S Bank is 254. So I already have a buy at 255. That is yesterday's price. I will change it to 254. And so one best thing what you can do is whenever you are entering the prices, there is an auto refresh button here. You just click off on that, so it will become very easy for you. I have a call in Asian Paint which is already is in profit, and my targets for Asian Paint, it has already made 1275, and in case if the market moves up, it can go anywhere near 1287. I have a call in Bajaj Finance, which is already in profits. Bharti Airtel is under slight loss. I have Tata Motors call. I have a call in Tata Motors, which is a buy call. And my buy entry is 188. The auto index is up by around 1.5%. So this buy call might get triggered. So I will just remove the sell, and I have a call in Wipro. I have a sell in Wipro. So my sell is at 316. So what I'll do is I will change this buy to sell 316, and I have a call in Maruti. I have a call in M&M, which is in profit. It was beaten down very badly yesterday. So Maruti, I have a buy. My buy entry is 7276. So I will type buy here. I have a call in M&M, which is in profit. IndusInd Bank is in profit. 1643 is my entry, and now it is at 1693. But I think your profit for IndusInd Bank will be 1697. That will be your target. I have a call in Gale. So I won't try to enter into Gale as of now, because on a long-term basis it's an sell call. I have a call in ICICI Bank, which is in profit. 316 is your entry. It's at 399, 319.65. I will tell you the possible target. The possible target is 321 for ICICI Bank. The private bank index is up by 1%. So we can take chances here, or you can just keep trailing your stop losses. I have a call in SBI, which is in profit. 266 is my entry. Uh, it's at 266.80, and the possible target is 268.30. 268.30 is a possibility. It has already made 260, nearly 268. And my other trade is Adani Ports, which has already given you profits. It has made 330. Hero MotoCo is my other call. Uh, it has been flat from roughly around 3 days. So I won't be entering into Hero MotoCo. And we have the results also today. That's the other thing. And we have a call in Tata Steel. The entry price is 576, 577. So I'll just change this to 577. I have a call in Tata Motors. So 188. I've already typed it here. Vedanta is already a buy. I have a call in Axis Bank. So Axis is already in profit. So these are some of the calls that are currently running. So I just click on auto refresh on again. So I'll be getting the refreshed rates again. Dr. Reddy is under loss. Let's just check what's happening in Dr. Reddy. It's still a long-term buy. So you can exit in case if you want a stop loss, it's 2549. You can exit at that particular point. And in case if there is a sell call again, you can enter into the sell trade also. Cipla, I have a loss here. You can exit at 640. That is your stop loss. And India Bulls, our entry was 951. It did make 962. So roughly around 10 rupees it's already made. So you could have come out of that particular trade. Now Titan, let me just get into Titan. So Titan, my entry was 814 and it did make 817. It gave you 3 rupees and it's retracing back. So it doesn't mean that whenever you're seeing red here, it's loss calls. It has already made its profits and it's retracing back. That is one of the meaning of you seeing the calls here that is in red. Now let me tell about Reliance. Reliance, my entry was 1147. So that's slightly down. So my stop loss here will be 1139. So in case if you want to exit, you can exit Reliance. Otherwise, if you are taking a long-term call, there is a possibility that it can make 1155. So this is how we trade. We just enter the prices, check when the calls get triggered, and then see the stop loss and book the profits. That's how we can trade. And this particular four trades, calls what I have put here, Eicher Motors, Infratel, IOC, NTPC, ONGC, and Power Grid, I have put it separately because there's usually not much of volumes in this. So that's one of the reason why I have put these things here. But if you see overall so of all this Nifty, I have just trading. I'm just trading in Nifty 50 scripts as of now. So out of this Nifty 50, so there are some calls which have already made targets and it's they are retracing, like India Bulls, Uh, Dr. Reddy, Dr. Reddy, it made 2680, so roughly around 4 rupees, not much of profit there. And Cipla, I have a sell call now at 639. So what I'll be doing is, once I have hit the stop loss on Cipla, I have I have a fresh sell call here. So I will enter at 639. So that is my entry price. So other than that, so that's the only fresh call what I have currently. So I'll just take you through the charts. So I'm giving you the short-term trends. That is, this is a 10-minute chart where a buy call gets generated. So your profit can anywhere go to 10,620 Nifty if it goes up. So, and I have another chart of Nifty, that is my 30-minute chart, that is a long-term trend. So you can see there is a very strong resistance here. So there is a possibility of 10,620 that it can hit. Likewise, Bank Nifty have an short-term call, that is an intraday call. It can go anywhere near 25,717. So that will be a first target. And I have a long-term trend. So you can see that here it can go anywhere till 25,730. So once you enter into a particular trade, you can keep trailing your stop loss until you make your you maximize your profits. So Adani Ports, my entry was 324. It already made 330. So that's 6 rupees into 2,500. And all the prices are in futures. So you can just calculate the profits that way. And the reason why it has come down is we have a strong resistance here. Once it breaks, then it can go up to 334, 339, and 352 also. And it has already gone up till 340. So there is a possibility in case if it breaks this resistance. Now, likewise, Asian Paint, I had an buy entry at 1257, and it made 1276. And this is my long-term chart. If it goes up, if you can trail the stop loss, it can go up till 1285. So always book your profits slightly below your R1 and R2 levels. Here it is 1289. So I will book my profits at 1285. So that is Axis Bank for you. The buy entry was 580. It has gone up to 586. Now it is at 585. So again, the same case with the Axis. You have a strong resistance here. So once it breaks this, it can go anywhere till 596 and 600. So that's Bajaj Auto. That's Bajaj Finserv. I had a sell call that did not get triggered, but I have a buy call which I missed, so I did not type it there. So that's Bajaj Finance for you. The buy entry was 2326. Now it is at 2350. Bharti Airtel, my entry was 294.30. So there is a strong resistance here. So you can exit the particular trade with a loss of around 2 rupees here. Or if you just check the long-term chart, you still have a possibility of the trade going up till 298. So you can wait on this. So BPCL, I have a buy call at 30160. So as soon as it reaches 30160, you can enter into this particular BPCL trade. And I have a call in Cipla. So you can see that Cipla we have made loss. So this is your stop loss and your entry is here. That is at 639. So that's a fresh call. So Coal India, my buy call has not triggered. So Dr. Reddy did make 2590, a very small profit. So Asha Motors 23855 is my entry. Let's see the long-term chart. So this trading near the resistance level. So in case if it breaks, you can avoid calls of this type. Whenever there is a trade which is somewhere near this brown line, you can always uh, ignore the trade. And once it breaks either way, that is on the upside or the downside, then you can enter into the trade. Now Gale, I said I won't be entering into this particular trade because I had a buy call there and I have a sell call here, and it is trading near the resistance levels. So Grasim, you can see that my entry was 905. It already made 914. So there's still a possibility that it can go to 922 and 948. So HCL Tech, I actually typed a buy call in the morning, but I got a fresh call. That is a sell call at 922, 992. It is now trading at 998. So HDFC, my entry is 1722. Sorry, 1772. So as it reaches 1772, it will get triggered. That is my, I have taken it above R1. Or you can even enter now. That is at 1762. So India Bulls, I have a sell call. So I have a sell call here. So once it breaks this support, then I'll enter. So I'll enter below the S1 level, that is 931. So what I'll do here is I will change this into sell at 931. So here it is showing green. So what I do is I have a black bar here. In that particular cell, I delete that. I click on delete. So as soon as it reaches 931, this call will go into green. So these are some of the calls. I think I have a call in NTPC. Let me show you that. So I have a sell call in NTPC. NTPC, I put it as buy, which did not get triggered at 166. So I have a sell call here. So what I do is I short it at 164 or below this S1 level, that is 163.90. There will be not much of volumes in these particular scripts on many days. So it's always better you get a very good idea of what's happening in the trade and then you enter into that trade. So what I'm doing is I'm entering at 163.90, a sell call. So these are some of the trades. That is Lupin for you. M&M, we had a very big sell off yesterday. Now today our entry price is at 753. Now it is at trading at 769, and your target is 774. So it has already broken this resistance. So you can keep trailing your stop loss till it reaches 774 and 779. So that will be a very good trade for today. So M&M is already up by around 2.7%, and there is IndusInd Bank. You can just see IndusInd Bank. My entry was at 1643. Now it is at 1696. It has already made its profit, and the next level is 1726. And my long-term trend also indicates a buy. It has clearly broken the resistance and the R1 also. So I can expect 724 as my next target for IndusInd Bank. So these are some of the trades that what we have, and this is just an example of how we trade. So what you'll be getting here is an Excel sheet early in the morning with all the entry prices. That is the short term and the long term prices. So the left side, what you are seeing on the first column, these are the short term prices, and the next column, that Nifty, Bank Nifty, the what you are seeing here. Sorry, I'll just change it. Let me just come into the Excel file. Okay, here what you are seeing, the first column is your short-term prices, that is on a 10-minute chart, and the next is what you are seeing on a long-term basis, that is a 30-minute chart. So as soon as now IndusInd Bank, let me just give you an example. IndusInd Bank, your short-term and the long-term calls are both both are in green. My long-term here is 1643. So I will not type here because I already have that. And ICICI Bank, my both short term and long term are buy calls. I don't know what's happening in HUL. HUL is flat, so a difference of 1 rupee here. So this is how we trade. I mean, we have the short term and the long term calls, and the reason why we put even the long term calls, like in case of Hindalco, you can see that your short term entry is at 233.20, and your long term is at 236. And once your short term call triggers, that is 233, and after some time, if it reaches 236 and we get an entry here, we can enter into another lot. That is, you can enter into two lots so that you can maximize your profits. So that is the reason why we have this here. So on an overall basis, if you can just see, uh, you are in very good profits today. And yesterday also it was real good trades, like Lupin, Cipla. I mean, the pharma pack was really very active yesterday. So today it's an auto pack. So UPL is up by around 5 rupees. Ultratech is in good profits. So Titan, you saw that it was in red earlier. Now it is in other 2 rupees profit. Tech Mahindra was in red. It is again in profit. So you'll have to wait for a particular trade to get triggered. When as soon as you see red, if you just exit, you'll just be making losses. So HUL, you just saw that it was in red now. Earlier, a minute back. Now it is in profit. So it has already made 1540. It was in profit. Now it is again retracing back to its earlier levels. So this is how we trade. So SBI is in profit. So overall, the PSUs and private banks are in profits, and pharma is going nowhere. So that is the reason why you are seeing red in Dr. Reddy and Cipla. But Lupin is in profit. Lupin is already, I mean, yesterday it was real good trades. It went to 890, and today today it made around 908, 10 18 rupees on Lupin. So what you'll be getting on a daily basis is early in the morning you'll get the prices, and you can connect to me with an application called as GoToMeeting. So you can keep track of all the trades, the prices what we are getting here, or the live prices from your trading terminal. So you'll have to just open an account with us. You'll get the Excel sheet. You'll get the prices, the entry prices. So as soon as you enter a particular trade, you just ask me for the stop loss and the targets. I'll just provide you the stop loss and the targets. So you enter into the trade, you take the stop loss and targets, and then complete your trades. So this is how we trade. So Infratel, I have a sell. Let me just check Infratel. So Infratel, I will short it at 263.80. So see, you can just see Cipla, we have entered at 639. That is our entry. It is at 639.20, 639. So it has, the call has got triggered now. So your target for Cipla will be around 635. India Bulls, you can see that we entered into an short call at 931. So the target for India Bulls could anywhere be nearly at 915. So roughly around 15 rupees downside is a possibility in India Bulls. So this is how we trade. What you'll do is you'll have to subscribe for the service, and you'll be getting things like the Excel sheet, a trading account, uh, and the trading account is again has very good advantages here because it's a nest trader, which is the latest version. And if you ask me about the margins that you get for the Nifty 50 scripts, you get very good margins here. I think you cannot compare this with any other broker currently. So let me just give you an example. So let's say Adani Ports, we had a buy call at 324, and it made 330. So that's around roughly 6 rupees. 6 into 2,500 is the lot size. So that is roughly around 15,000 rupees is your profit on Adani Ports. And your investment in Adani Ports, that is the margin requirement for Adani Ports is around 7,500 rupees. So your profit is 15,000 rupees and your investment is 7,500 rupees. So that means you have doubled your investment. And in case if you want the margin file uh, and even in case if you want to open an account and then try these services, you can take a trial for 2 or 3 days. So once you are satisfied with that, then you can subscribe for this on a monthly basis. So right now we are doing only Nifty 50 scripts, and next we'll be adding the rest of the scripts in the future segment, and we'll be trading only the scripts and the future segments only, and not other scripts. And after that we will get into options, uh, stock options, and even stock options also can be done, and even MCX also can be done. So MCX has a longer duration. In case if you are not able to trade in the morning, you can always trade in the evening till 11:30 on MCX trades. So MCX also has an very good, we get an very good margins there. So roughly around 60 or 70,000 rupees if you have in MCX account, you can trade all the scripts in the sense the major scripts, that is crude oil, gold, aluminium, lead, zinc, menthol oil, natural gas. These things you can trade in one lot each. So that is how it works. And in case if you have any queries, you can always call me. You can call me on 973941133 or 8553069789, or you can mail me on mon2944@yahoo.com. So these are the options that where you can reach me. So if you're interested, you can just let me know. You can just take a trial for 3 days, and after that, in case if you're interested, you can subscribe for the services. So I'll just let this continue for a few more minutes. So it's around 10:30. The 10 minutes I'll just let this to continue. You can just see how the whole thing works, and then after that I'll just shut it down. And in case if you want to contact me, you can just contact me. Thanks.